I'm Alan Campbell, and normally you see me on Wesh 2 News Sunrise. But more younger people are trading cubicles now for cameras, choosing followers over bosses, and hoping a single post generates a very big paycheck. But today, we're taking you into the world of social media, where it's not as easy as it looks.
When a wine bar lets a local coffee business open a coffee window on their property, I recently checked out Pop-Up Provisions, and it's kind of like having a mini farmer's market come to a local neighborhood.
You see them everywhere.
This is a really important resource in Orlando.
Videos of influencers showing you what's popular, sharing their opinions, and sometimes getting you to make purchases.
It's almost like you're providing a service, and if they like the service you're providing, they'll follow you.
When looking through social media, it's easy to see why people want to become influencers.
Artists can have their own niche if they excel at a certain type of artistry.
Lindsay Thompson, who goes by Lemon Hearted across all social media channels, understands the attraction. Everything from fancy trips, clothing, brand deals, your own schedule, and no boss. No wonder younger people are turning to the power of social media.
For people that are really hustling, I've seen people turn it into full-time jobs in just a couple of years.
Thompson has been a content creator for 14 years and says doing something for yourself in an environment you control would attract just about anyone, but it's also constantly changing.
It really is quite volatile, and that's why everyone's constantly chasing the different platforms to see who will pay them the most.
There's everything from fitness coaching to cooking and product reviews, and influencers can earn big bucks when it comes to affiliated links, sponsorships, and even ads. But Jackie Stanchina, founder at Morrison, Maine, a creative agency in Winter Park, warns hitting it rich is like a recreational basketball player becoming the next LeBron James.
The perception that everybody will even come close to that level of monetary success at the very least, it's a very small percentage.
For some influencers, it's paying off, but for others, not so much. A study done by NeoReach in 2023 shows nearly half of all full and part-time online content creators earn less than $15,000 a year. Only 7.2% earn more than $200K. Still, the movement is growing with more people producing content.
Part of successfully posting and engaging viewers is to test different hooks and iterate on that.
In a survey done by Morning Consult in 2023, shows about 57% of young people want to become an influencer, looking for more freedom and flexibility over traditional career paths.
It takes some determination and some perseverance to become a good influencer in that way. This concept in marriage with social media and the reach and some of the celebrity that can develop from it on a really large scale is a little bit more unique to younger generations.
In order to stay at the top of your game, you have to create content constantly, stay relevant to what's happening, and beat the algorithm, adding to potentially more stress than your current job. But it's something younger people say they're ready to take on.
They want people on those platforms. They want people to be addicted to it. So that's why they want you so present there. But at the same time, good quality content will speak for itself.
All right, so obviously we all have social media. We've seen a lot of people posting different things. We post every single day about what we're doing. Of course, we're not earning any money for what we're posting, but if you really think about it, if you're trying to make money to monetize from your posts, it's really not going to happen just overnight. You have to consistently be doing it, 4 to 5 times a day, 7 days a week, which sometimes, if you think about it, can be actually more work than what you're doing at your actual workplace in the cubicle. So. Good for the people out there who are doing it.
Yeah.